Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of August 2024. So let's dive straight into it. We have the Eagle Spirit coming out in this inverted position for your first card to represent the overall spiritual theme and message for the month of August for you. And the Eagle Spirit is one that really protects over you. It is one that helps you see the past, present, and future of your life very clearly and helps you decide what the next best course of action is. So you're being asked this month to have a greater perspective, a greater view on your life, and maybe do a little bit more planning, a little bit more like pulling back from the day-to-day things that catch your attention and get you emotionally reactive. Pull back from that. Maybe spend some time in meditation or relaxing, time away from your busy schedule, even like taking a vacation to help you gain some perspective in your life. Walk away from the issues, the drama, the everything in your life, just to gain a little bit of perspective. It's kind of like when you are working on something for a while, like a painting, for example, and you're so close up in all of the little details that you're starting to get a creative blockage. And once you step away from it for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, and you come back to it, you view it with like fresh eyes, a fresh perspective, and usually you know exactly what to do in that moment. And you're being asked to do something similar. Some of you really need a vacation, really need a break at this time, so make sure you plan something like that for the month of August. Okay, so your major arcana card to represent this month is Judgment, coming out upright. Okay, yeah, this kind of summarizes what we just said, actually, which is viewing your past in its entirety and seeing how it led you to this present moment and seeing what you're doing in this present moment that is sculpting your future and making a judgment call on what stays and what goes in your life. What influences are positive for you, are leading you towards the future that you want, and which are not. And I'm seeing with this Judgment card, you could be deciding that certain people have been a really good influence on you or really lovely to have in your life, and so you're going to keep them there, or you're going to want to get closer to them or tell them how you feel. So I am seeing a judgment call for some Libra people. This may be a month where you're telling people how you feel and really embracing them in your life, in your heart, and saying, you know what, I think you'll be really good for me. I think we'll be good together. So definitely an awesome month for sharing your feelings, for sure. But also, I'm seeing you deciding, I really like this, and this could be something more serious. For example, let's just say one of you are taking a pottery class, and you're learning how to make like mugs and bowls, ceramics, things like that. And you're like, you know what? I really, really like this. This is something that's so fun. I love doing this. And you can see very clearly like a future where you make your own ceramics and pottery and you sell it. And you're already getting ideas in your mind for product ideas, things like that. Like you're already getting these visions of what the future could be like because you're having your passion stirred up when it comes to something. And I'm seeing you have the green light from the universe to go ahead and get started on those types of ideas, those types of visions that you have. Wow. A child's love. See, yeah, this is that inner child voice. It's like, I like this. Like, think of all the possibilities here. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on Earth. Children start out as a part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. So a lot of you could be spending a lot of quality one-on-one time with your children or your parents. I'm also seeing a lot of Libra energy folks at this time deciding to have families. So family is very, very important for you this month, no matter what your family looks like. Even if you are not a fan of your family and you wrote them all off, this could be you creating your own family and spending time with beautiful loved ones, spending time with younger, more innocent folks in your life, children. So that's stunning. And also allowing your own inner child to shine and do what it wants to do, because no one is here to stop you anymore. Like, you could go to the store right now and buy yourself a birthday cake, even if it's not your birthday. You know, you can go play with clay, and I don't know why I keep thinking of pottery, and not have a parent yell at you because that's too expensive, too messy. Like, you can do that. You can stay in and play video games all day if you want. You know, you have free will. And so I'm seeing you really using this, getting your hands dirty and just being really, really creative. And I also love the orange color of this, because this is the sacral chakra, which rules over that creativity, getting your hands dirty and just doing what intuitively feels best for you, letting yourself play even as an adult. And that play energy can lead to something really big or really beautiful or really fun, you know? So let's see, we're going to pick 6 cards from the Murder of Crows Tarot to further clarify this month ahead. And the first card out for you is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, I keep coming back to this, like, this concept of you discovering something or someone that totally changes what you're focused on in life. You know, it's like you're focusing on one thing, one goal, going down that road, whatever, and then you make this discovery and you're like, hold up, this is exciting. And you're like, I gotta see where this detour takes me. So I'm seeing taking detours. I'm seeing legs of the journey of life that are not necessarily planned, but you need to see where this takes you, where it goes down. Wow, very beautiful. And that could also apply to people too. Like, you could be focused on your career, for example, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then you meet somebody you really are into and you're like, hold up, I gotta explore this a little bit. So that's very beautiful, beautiful detours. We have the Empress coming out as your second card. So stunning. This is abundance. This is Mother Nature. This is also pregnancy. Some of y'all might be getting pregnant. I'm just being honest. Okay, so if you don't want that, be careful. But it feels very planned if it is happening, like expansion of the family. Or even just spending more time with family intentionally, like creating some sort of get-togethers where you can see each other, reunions where you can see each other much more often, some sort of way to stay connected. I am seeing that. But the Empress card is beautiful, wonderful, amazing for the month of August, because this shows prosperity. This shows really being in your power, your divine feminine power, and just allowing the universe to show you various new paths, detours, whatever, that are really suitable for you. And you're open to discovery, and you trust that everything happens for a reason. And if there's some sort of new energy that's coming in your life or new thing to be focused on, it is definitely something that is in alignment with you. Wonderful. We have the Page of Swords upright. I don't know why, I just got the message. This is really random. If any of you have done some sort of inner child healing work within these past few weeks or months, even several months, like the past year, I would say, where, or some sort of soul retrieval ritual where you went back to a past version of you that was a child or a teenager or something, and you sort of reclaimed that part of you that was lost to trauma. I want to say that there's usually a period of several months after that happens where it's almost like that part of you is aging rapidly, and you can sort of revisit the things that you once enjoyed in your childhood, teenage, young adult years as that reclaimed soul piece ages up quickly to match your age. Does that make sense? So for example, I'll use myself as an example because I actually did this back in January. I did a massive soul retrieval ritual for myself, like a huge one. And now I find myself in a place where, like, in May and June, I was obsessed with reading. And I spent hundreds of dollars on novels. Like, I was just devouring books left and right. And that's something I did a lot when I was like 11 and 12. And now I'm finding myself like obsessed with video games again. Like all the things like in order chronologically that I was already obsessed with in my younger years. I find myself re-obsessed with them again. And, maybe this is a collective energy, which is why it's coming through for you and for me, I'm not a Libra sign. None of my major signs are in Libra. But yeah, I think that's really beautiful. So you may be experiencing old hobbies and interests that you were once really, really into. You may be getting obsessed with them again, and also discovering some new ones here as well. The Page of Swords literally is showing us that, like an introduction. Pages can be messengers, and it's a messenger that's saying like, hey, here's a whole new direction for you to take. Here's a whole new thing for you to be passionate and obsessed about. Okay, and for a lot of you, it's something creative. But also I'm seeing for some of you, this could be love. Like totally hooked on a person, which is equally as beautiful. Second row of cards out, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Pay attention to anybody who might be emotionally manipulative or sort of like woe is me, always having excuses, always trying to, gain your sympathy. Just pay attention to that. This person could be older, masculine energy, very abrasive, but like they try to come off as like the good guy. This is somebody who tries to say like, oh, I'm just this guru, this creative, this poor person who's been so hurt, so traumatized. Please help me, please love me. Annoying. It's really annoying. Definitely pay attention to people like that. Do not. And Wheel of Fortune in reverse, by the way, as your first card, which is coming out right above that card. This is like the exact middle of the major arcana in the tarot. And it represents kind of like a judgment moment halfway through the journey. So this is a good opportunity for you to say, no, screw you, to anybody who's giving off this King of Cups reverse energy. Saying no, setting your boundaries, and taking back your power. This is a good time to do that. We have the Two of Wands coming out. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with like looking over your life objectively and saying, you know what do I want to do now? I don't know why I keep coming back to this theme of like, you were just doing your own thing. You thought your life was going in one direction, focusing your goals in one direction. And then some very interesting opportunities present themselves to you this month. And you're like, okay, let me try out this new path or this like side path, or let's take the scenic route in life here because I want to see where this takes me. And it could be a new relationship. It could be a new hobby or interest that can turn into something a lot bigger. And then final card out, we have the Seven of Wands, defending yourself, boundaries, protecting your peace. Yes, and I feel like you're definitely protecting your peace from this King of Cups in reverse energy. This could be some family for some of you, needing to protect yourself from very aggressive family members. It doesn't have to be family, but it could be, and it's like, no, I don't want to put up with this. And you're trying to get other people to see your perspective on this as well. This could also be, for some of you, if you share a child with somebody you're not together with and the person you share that child with is very like immature or manipulative or whatever, it's like you're trying to spend as much quality time as possible with your child without letting that drama affect them, trying to protect them from that, essentially, with the Seven of Wands. And I'm also seeing you're trying to protect other innocent people. It doesn't have to be that exact circumstance. Like if you have a brother or sister, for example, who's very abrasive, very demanding, you're trying to protect other family members and tell them like, hey, you need to have better boundaries. Don't enable this behavior. You don't have to put up with it. You know what I mean? Something like that is what I'm seeing here. And the Eagle spirit is a very protective one. It is coming out in reverse, so I have a feeling, other than the child scenario, other family members might not necessarily listen to you, so I wouldn't waste your breath if nobody listens. But yeah, this is a really beautiful month ahead because there are so many amazing doors opening up for you that are just, you feel really passionate about, is what I want to say. And and you're excited to see where it goes and how it can evolve. So definitely have fun with it, okay? Thank you guys for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.